Krystal called in, blessing from God, to offer some opinions. She says she's with the new Black Panther Party, and she has some opinions to offer. Now, if you didn't join us until right now, before the break, Krystal wanted to point out that for 400 years and 400 million people, black people have been getting murdered. And that's part of I don't know if that had anything to do with Trayvon's case, but she's going to help us through this. Krystal?
I'm here.
Now, I want to make sure that I understand. Hello?
I'm here.
I want to make sure I understand all of your positions. Now, I know we've had a lot of problems. I know I'm a bad racist. That's very clear. You've established that. And we've had slavery and Jim Crow and a lot of things like that. But let's just talk about Trayvon for a moment. Can we do that, or is it impossible without talking about slavery?
About Trayvon, but we're going to talk about you. You were mentioning before I called in that more blacks have killed blacks than blacks, but that is not a fact. More whites have killed blacks in this country than any time in history. That is the fact. You talking about Trayvon Martin case. It is leading up from the days that we were brought here in slavery to modern day times. Racism has not changed.
But Krystal, Trayvon's family, Krystal, Trayvon's family came here from the Caribbean. They weren't slaves.
Black. I said black people. The slave trade went across the Caribbean. It was called the Middle Passage. Did you not know that?
Oh, I didn't know the term for it. That changes everything.
Did you not know that the slave trade was global? Did you not know that Africa was colonized and is still victimized from this? This is white supremacy that we're talking about.
See,
we're talking about white supremacy with the courts. We're talking about white supremacy.
Krystal, this is unfair. I'm at something of a disadvantage.
You're not at a disadvantage.
No, you have a lot of facts.
Well, you need to know the facts. If you're going to talk about information, you need to know the facts. You can't just spew out rhetoric and not have the facts to back it up, because we are intelligent people. We have the right to protest.
Who is we?
Any person on this planet that sees injustice has the right to speak out about it.
Okay.
Okay. If you didn't know that.
No, I don't. A lot of the things you're talking about, I'm unfamiliar with. Now, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Krystal, because I'm trying to learn. I mean, are you gonna believe in me that I can learn, or are you just gonna write me off?
You're cracking up. What did you say?
Are you gonna trust that I can learn from your wisdom, or are you just gonna write me off?
It's up to you. I can't say what you're going to learn, because obviously this nation hasn't learned after.
I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to be a good white person, Krystal.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're being a racist white person. You're trying to tone your tone down now because I'm on the phone.
No.
Before I called in.
I'm trying to win your favor, Krystal.
You can't win my favor because you're a racist.
But I'm admitting it. I'm trying to admit it and in some way make you like me.
Why are you worried about me liking you?
Because
you need to be worried about justice. You need to be worried about using the airways to tell the truth instead of spewing racism.
Okay, so what should I tell, Krystal? Because that's just it. I have prayed for the truth to be delivered.
Okay, did you not know?
Krystal, are you on one of those government phones? Because the line is terrible.
Am I on the cell phone? I'm on the cell phone.
It's terrible.
Okay.
I just want to offer up one thing, and I don't want to make you mad because black people get very upset, but I'm looking at the police report, and Trayvon Martin, who was a victim of racism all the way back to slavery, suffered a gunshot wound to the chest. That's what the police report says. Now, it was a white police chief.
That's not true. That is not true, number one. First of all, Trayvon Martin had a cell phone on him. He had a cell phone on him, but his body laid in the morgue for 3 days. They labeled him a John Doe.
Okay, but Krystal, and I understand you're very frustrated, and we're talking about the middle, we're kind of skipping around a little bit, but however long he laid in the morgue, which is unfortunate, it is the fact that on the police report it says he was shot in the chest. Says he was shot in the chest. Now, I don't know, since you weren't there and you've not seen the police report, how you know he was shot in the back, or maybe that just helps your story. But let's go back.
Because we have people on the ground in Sanford, Florida. Okay?
Who is we?
We have people on the ground. Black people. There are several sources. Okay?
They're doing what?
Several sources. Okay?
Are these unnamed sources?
Okay. Well, look, you want me to do your research. If I'm saying something factual, you spit it out. Zimmerman had over So Zimmerman was arrested for assaulting a police officer, domestic violence. He had 26 complaints of racial profiling of black people before he killed Trayvon Martin. This is the fact. Okay, we are intelligent people. We've had people on the ground since this has been going on.
Who is we?
I just told you, black people, black organizations, in particular the new Black Panther Party, who I represent. We've had fact-finding people on the ground since this whole thing took place. Okay? So, and we have people going on the ground and reporting as we speak. Okay? You don't want to tell about the fact that Zimmerman's father is a judge. Would that have anything to do with the fact that he's not arrested yet?
No, I'm very familiar with that fact, but I feel like I'm at something of a disadvantage because you have like investigators and people on the ground. I just have me.
Okay, that's not my fault. That's your fault.
But
okay?
I feel like I'm at something of a disadvantage.
And expect nobody not to respond to that. Did you not know that we have people across this city who have had rallies? Thousands of people have come out about this issue, black and white. But you would want to make it seem like it's just black people. It's Latino people speaking about Trayvon Martin right here in this city. White people speaking about Trayvon Martin right here in this city at rallies that we call New Black Panther Party.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, that changes everything.
It's not. No, it doesn't.
No, it does.
You're trying to give a perspective.
Well, Krystal, can I join in? Because if y'all have a lot of people, I want to be part of it too.
Well, that's on you. But the fact is, you're trying to spew rhetoric, and you're the one causing racial divide.
No, I'm not bringing rhetoric into this.
Yes, you are. We're calling for justice. You're the one speaking racial rhetoric.
What would be justice, Krystal? Because I want to call for justice too.
You want to what?
I want to call for justice too. What is justice so I can spell it out?
You want to call for justice?
Yeah.
Okay. Start right here in Houston, and we're going to go back to Trayvon Martin. There's over 2,400 cases of police brutality in Houston, and 90% of those people are black and brown. And there's not been one indictment of police officers. That's in the last 10 years. The DA's office allows that to happen. That's injustice.
That's infactual and injustice.
That's the more statistics. In fact, down at that Harris County Courthouse, 250 DAs, 99% of them are white.
What?
But 90% of the people, I'm talking about assistant DAs and DAs. Go look on the wall over there. But 99% of the people going to jail and going to the prisons from Harris County are black and brown.
How come that is?
That's racism.
Yeah.
You know why it is. I'll tell you, because you, Europeans, and white supremacy,
right?
When you so-called ended slavery with the 13th Amendment, it said you can't be made a slave unless you commit a crime.
Right.
Once you're criminalized, you put back into slavery.
Oh.
Okay? So the era of racism that existed with your great-great-grandfathers, you still reflect it now. In fact, you're worse than them.
Right.
You've gotten away with it for so long that you think it's okay.
I don't even know. Well, Krystal, let me say this. Don't give up on me, Krystal. Don't give up, because I'm trying. I have not had the truth revealed to me as you have to you. I want so badly for you to like me. I want so badly to live in your America. I want so badly to achieve the justice of which you speak. And I know I'll never measure up as a silly racist white boy, but I'm going to try. This next hour, Krystal, I'm going to devote to you and the new Black Panthers. We're going to raise some money. We're going to bring out justice. I just know it. Stay tuned.